Hey guys, Urban Combat Survivor here. I just made a comment on a video, and I'm probably going to make this video as a response to that anyway. I made a comment about a theory that I've had for, I don't know, a long time. I'm probably going to catch a bunch of crap for this, but really, there's a serious lack of honest conversation about a lot of stuff. The PC movement, I guess, has so crippled conversation and so crippled social perspectives that it's gotten well past the point of ridiculous, and it's in the point now where you can't even discuss certain things without being I don't know, a bad guy or some kind of monster or some kind of hater or some shit like that. So anyway, here's the theory. I think that whenever we intervene in anything, whenever one society intervenes in anything, we wind up screwing it up because we don't understand all the variables. The video that I made that comment about was about a bird that was having a problem, and they thought it was this other bird. They spent all this friggin' money, and ultimately what they found out was the bird that was endangered needed forest fires to germinate seeds so it could, have more young or something like that. Those seeds are what it, thrived on or whatever. So ultimately it came back to, we caused the problem in the first place because these environmentalists are so anti-forest fire. They want to just kill any forest fire that happens. And then at some point we realized, oh shit, the forest actually needs an occasional fire to do its thing. So basically we caused the problem in the first place with our own idiocy, intervening in shit we shouldn't have been messing with. So that kind of goes right along with the theory. So I figured, what the hell, I'll make a video about it and, deal with anybody who's pissed off or offended or whatever later. So as this intervention goes, my theory goes something like this. You take a society, you take a culture. There are two different breeding strategies for every living thing that's known to man. There's either numbers or nurture. Some animals grow one offspring or few offspring, and they spend a lot of time nurturing, teaching, giving that offspring the best possible chance in life. Another breeding strategy, the other breeding strategy, is numbers. Pump out as many as you can, and some of them will survive. Well, humanity's no different. If you look, there are different societies. You can look around and see it right now. Some people have 1 or 2 children, and some people pump them out and keep pumping them out. Well, the societies that have few children, nurture over numbers, are the societies that, as a result of that, developed medicine, developed medical care, developed the concepts, and actually advanced the concepts of medicine, because each individual life had more meaning, had more value. Those societies, like, if you look at most of Africa, at least, from, southern Africa to the bottom 3/4, those cultures down there, they have 25 kids in the hopes that 3 of them will survive to adulthood, and 1 of them will actually take care of them when they're old. So, old in relative terms to them. So, what happens, Western society to the frickin' rescue. We go in there and we take Western medicine. We start saving these 25 kids. Well, the problem is the fucking environment can't handle them. Not only can the environment not handle the population explosion that happens because of this, the cultures, the societies that you're introducing this thing to, didn't have the benefit of thousands of years of cultural development that led to that. So they're not going to change their culture as quickly as you introduce this medical knowledge. So what happens? What happens is you have China with 2 billion plus people. You have Pakistan with almost 2 billion people. You have India with, 1.4 billion people. That's what happens. You introduce the, the capability of saving each one of those kids from a culture, most of Europe, who chose the nurture strategy over the number strategy in their survival sometime 40,000 years ago. But you don't introduce the cultural mindset that goes along with that, or you don't do so effectively. And what happens? You got people starving to death all over the planet. Because, see, those people didn't naturally evolve into nurture cultures. They evolved into number cultures. So none of their social practices and social norms are geared towards all of the kids living. It just doesn't fit. I mean, if you sit and just think about this for a minute, that shit chain reacts across the entire food chain. You can't do it. So, just like the video I'm talking about, leave it alone. Let nature take its damn course. Leave it alone from beginning to end. Let it happen. If and when those cultures change to the point that they move to a nurture strategy from a number strategy, and they start developing medicine in their own culture, all right, yeah, maybe help them out. But until then, honestly, yeah, it may suck, the kids dying and all this, but the world can't support those 25 kids. That's why China had to institute a one-kid policy, because the land simply can't support it. See, you can't on one hand be for natural selection and for individual rights, and then on the other hand think that you can apply the same empathy from one culture to another culture. Empathy's different. You can't have it all. You have to let each culture thrive on its own. I understand, yeah, it sucks that these kids are dying. Well, maybe they should stop pumping, the 25 kids out, because they can't care for them, they can't support them. And further, they're considered disposable. In most of these cultures, they know these kids are going to die. They have the kids knowing they're going to fucking die. Rather than just have one kid and concentrate on taking care of that kid until it's strong and healthy and older, and then having one more kid, they just keep pumping them out like a rabbit having a litter. So, and then you introduce Western medicine into this, and what happens? Okay, instead of 25 kids and only 3 live, you got 25 kids and 19 of them live. Well, who the fuck is feeding them? Who's supporting them? Now you're taking tribes that used to have X amount of land with 300 people. Well, now you got that same amount of land, but you got 24,000 people in it. It just doesn't work. The numbers don't work. Get out of it, man. Just get out. Let nature take its course. Whether you're talking about birds or cultures, let nature take its course. Anyway, I don't even know if I'm going to put this video up. It's probably going to piss a lot of people off, but just a theory I have. I'm sure people who are against it will attack me personally and not actually address the issue, right? Anyway, Urban Combat Survivor, sign off.